Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Naomi's Niche. Welcome to my world, and I hope that you feel right at home while you're here on my channel. So, today is July 24th, and 2 days ago marked my 1 year of shaving my natural hair off. So, if you checked out my video from basically exactly last year, I shaved all my natural hair off for a couple of reasons. I had heat damage that was growing back, and even though it looked like it was fully regrown from the first time I cut my hair, which was my freshman year spring semester, it still looked a little bit damaged. I'm not sure if it was maybe breakage that had happened or if I was doing low puffs or something, but which I rarely did not stop at. I literally had like short pieces in the middle of my hair, so even though everything else looked like it was growing, that part really bothered me. I also had a good amount of single strand knots. I don't know why. It was mainly in the middle of my hair, and then sometimes that would like really bother me. So I just felt as though I just needed to start over. And in addition to that was I really wanted to experiment more with natural ingredients on my hair. So I thought, what better way to start fresh and see how my hair thrives with just solely natural ingredients on my hair. Since before I had like chemicals on my hair, and even though I was natural at the time, I still believe there were lingering effects from the relaxer, even though I stopped relaxing my hair in 2015. So it was just a whole bunch of combination of things, but I just wanted to just start over. So shaving my hair was the best option for me, and as you can see, my hair did grow back. So I hope this video is an inspiration to anyone who is thinking about shaving off their hair, whether you want to keep it short for a bit or whether you want to just grow it back and see how much your hair grows. So if I keep looking down, I'm just going to tell you all some of the notes I wrote down and give you all a little bit more of a tell-all of my last 3 months experience, because if you are familiar with my channel, I kind of updated you all. I think I did a 1 month video. I may have did a I did a 1 month video. I think I did a 6 month update, then I did a 9 month update. So these were all just peaks in my journey where I just wanted to come on and show you if I experienced a great amount of growth and just for you all to see my progress. So today, or from a couple days ago, it is marked my 1 year hair journey. So next time I make an update video, maybe it'll be about the bald spot that I talked about in another video, and then moving forward it could also be maybe different, like I said, peaks in the journey. So maybe if I hit like 1 year and 6 months, I experienced a great amount of growth, but we'll see. Also, I was trying to look for the shirt I wore in the video last year, but I couldn't find it, and I just want to get this video out quickly, so I just decided, you know what, whatever. But if I find it again, maybe I'll do another video with that shirt on, or moving forward, if the shirt still fits, I will start wearing that shirt, and maybe I could make it like a tradition whenever I do a hair update, I'll have on that shirt. So let's talk about the last 3 months. So from April to now, right? So in April, that's when I finally, I think, took out my faux locks, and I just wanted to see how much hair growth happened. And I remember thinking, oh, maybe I shouldn't do an update video, but as I was thinking, I was saying to myself, oh my gosh, I did experience a lot of growth. So I decided to make an update video. I can leave that in the description box below. So the growth I experienced from that time, I was able to finally put my hair in a high puff. And I was so excited about that because anytime I reached that part in my journey, even when I shaved my hair off, cut my hair my freshman year, when I was able to put my hair back into a puff, I think by that summer, I think it was around July as well, it just made me think, okay, my hair was growing, because that's kind of my signature. So I was really excited to get it back in that style. So seeing that I was able to get my hair in a puff before even hitting the 1 year mark, it made me think, okay, I'm doing something right. Even to today, is even better in a high puff, because now I don't really need bobby pins to make sure it's like secured or it won't unravel, because I was using a pantyhose or cut out piece of it so I could tie it up. Not saying I don't use that now, but I just prefer my regular methods of just using like regular ties and stuff to just slick it all the way up. But anyway, so that was a breakthrough moment for me. I also flat ironed my hair. I think I briefly mentioned in the other video, and thankfully I didn't experience any type of heat damage from that. And it was crazy because I think I flat ironed my hair, or kept trying to re-straighten it, because some parts weren't straight enough for my liking, because I was going to be putting in hair clips and my hair extensions. So yeah, I kept flat ironing the sections over and over again, and I didn't experience any heat damage. I think part of it was because, and I'm not saying this is true, but just from my experience, is that since I've shaved my hair from last year all the way up until this point, I only use natural ingredients in my hair. So my hair didn't have time to be mixing with other chemical based products that, you know, are found in store-bought brands, and also because natural ingredients tend to be more heavier than the chemical products because they tend to be more lightweight. I don't know what they put in the products, but it is traditionally more lightweight. So think about your favorite moisturizer. It's probably like a fluffy consistency. Shea butter, what I use in my hair, is really thick. So from last July to now, that's all I use to moisturize my hair. And so my hair didn't have time to, you know, the flat iron, whatever it does, whatever heat temperature I use, it didn't have time to, you know, be broken down to the extent that it should have, if that makes any sense. So yes, I didn't experience any heat damage. I was so grateful when I washed out my hair. I was really nervous too because I knew how much heat I was putting in my hair, and I didn't experience anything at all, so that was great. But I also trimmed my hair once during that time. So it was after a couple days, no, it was like 2 weeks after I think I had my hair flat iron, I decided to trim my hair shortly before shortly before washing my hair. And personally, I prefer trims on straight hair because it's just easier to see the length and, you know, if there's any damage there. But before that, because keep in mind, when I last trimmed my hair, or the last time my hair was straightened before this was in 2017, and before that, well, during that time, all I've been doing was trim my hair in its natural state, so which was pretty fine. Before, I would just trim it while I was mini twist, which is another great way since the style is pretty much stretched, at least for me. But I just decided I would rather just trim it as it was straight, also because my hair is short, so my hair flat ironed looked different from, at least at that time, when it was in its natural state, because it was like shrunken. And yeah, versus when it was flat iron, you know, I saw the true length of my hair. So I did one trim, and so even said in the natural hair community, or even like hairstylists, they say, oh, you're supposed to be trimming your hair X amount of times for the year, for the month, whatever, or every other month. But I only was able to trim it just that one time, and my hair still grows. My hair, you know, it doesn't feel rough at the ends, or as rough as it should feel. So this is just leading into my tips that I'll talk about later, just listening to your hair, not following trends. So in May, this is what prompted me to wash my hair out before I really wanted to, because I did want my hair to be straight for my birthday. I noticed I had a bald spot in the middle of my hair that I keep telling you all about, well, other videos, and I think it was because of the high tension styles I had. So I had a high ponytail, I had a tight style for the day before my birthday, this cute high puff look, and then I did this other high tension hairstyle a couple of days after my birthday. So the back to back really was too much tension for that particular part of my hair, and I can show you all a little update of how it looks now. I don't know if you could all see it, but this is it. Maybe I could go in a little closer, and I had a little piece here that you can't see as much. And if you could tell right now, I have this part mini twisted only because, so at the area around the bald spot or the regrowth spot, I decided to put mini twist there only because so I could see where it is, and when it's easier for me, like at night, if I want to like oil my scalp, I could just literally part my hair, look for the mini twist, and just, even though I could probably just part my hair, it's just so much easier to just know, okay, this is where it is, because now every time you part your hair, it's going to be the same part, you know. Sometimes you may be closer to the left side, the right side, whatever, right? That just made it easier. And also I had my hair cornrowed because I was wearing a wig, and I plan to put it back on today just to give my hair a break, because I did have my hair out all this time. So I had it flat cornrowed all down instead of going back, and because it was in that style, I also wanted it to be mini twisted around this area. I wish I took a picture. Maybe I could take a picture after I braid this hair, I plan to do today. So the way it was braided, and it had the mini twist as well, the tension I put, and that's what I could talk about in another video, sorry from all over the place. So cornrows versus mini twist, I briefly mentioned at one point, when you're cornrowing your hair, you're merging different sections with other sections of your hair. So as I'm like this length and this length, right, they're still different, but I'm pulling this so it could reach back here, right? mini twist, the way I do it at least, I'm taking the sections that are supposed to be the same length as everything else together. So it doesn't really have time to be, you know, too much tension on one part. Like, I won't experience tension here, but I'll experience tension here because I'm trying to force my hair to go to this part. And I believe in natural hair, sometimes we try to force our hair to do certain things instead of just letting it be how it wants to be, which could be another thing to talk about. So that's why I have this part mini twisted. So that may sound crazy, that may look weird, but I think it's benefiting, and the broad spot is slowly trying to regrow, right? So, and then, okay, so after I noticed the bald spot, so I noticed it, I noticed the picture in May, because I did take a picture just to see how the style looked, but I didn't notice it until I washed out my hair, and I was just like, whoa, this spot's really, really big. So from, I think, June to the second week of July, I had my hair mini twisted, and before I even shaved my hair, I really enjoyed mini twist. I think it's such a great protective style. It's low manipulation, it's low maintenance, it's just really great, right? So I remembered that, and I told myself, okay, let me do mini twists during that time, just also for growth purposes, but also just so I wouldn't touch my hair, and just so my strands were mingling with other sections, and I was able to put on a wig as well. So all of that I did for a month, and I really enjoyed that because my hair had time to breathe and I could moisturize that bald spot. So, and basically that was my 3 months from April to July of my hair growth journey. So now I'll just talk about my overall experience on how I grew my hair back. And as I was sitting here thinking about, okay, how to grow back my hair, I only thought of 5 tips and 1 bonus. And that's crazy because I remember, I think 2 years ago when I first cut my hair, what I decided to do was make a video of how I regrew my hair for 1 year and how I got it back to the same length. And I think I came up with this long acronym using the word hair growth, right? And hair growth is, let me count, don't make fun of me, is HAIRGROWTH. That's 10 letters, right? So that's 10 tips, and I think I may have included a bonus as opposed to the drop down now to just 5. And I even thought this could technically just be 3, but I was like, you know what, maybe I did use a little bit of this, so maybe I could add those things in. But isn't that crazy? I see so many videos on YouTube saying, okay, this is how you grow your hair back, and you know, the videos are 20 minutes long. This video is probably gonna be long too because I always ramble, but sometimes the tips are so long, and I was thinking I didn't really do much and my hair grew back. So I'm gonna incorporate some of this into my, you know, my next 2-year mark of shaving my hair, 3-year, and so on. So let me just get to it. So the first part is natural ingredients versus store-bought products. So as I've been saying from my last year video to even throughout my updates, all I've been using during this journey is natural ingredients on my hair, and I really believe that was a great contributor to my hair growth. So here are some of this. This is like the shea butter. This is a revised shea butter. I think this is my favorite mix I've ever done so far. African black shampoo, African black soap turned into shampoo, my herbal oil mix, and water. All I've been using, and more recently I've been using this, but I won't be talking about this too much only because I don't always use this. I bought lemongrass leave-in conditioner, and this is Alkaline Natural. She's probably this is the only, minus Camille Rose Naturals. It was I forgot the product. I can leave in the description box or leave a description, this subtitle in the video. It's a leave-in conditioner as well. I think it's honey or something. Those are the only 3 store-bought products I use because the ingredients are natural, or maybe the only unnatural ingredient is probably preservative. I still think that type of preservative is natural. So this is all I use, and this is mostly for the smell purposes because I'm using mostly natural ingredients. Like my first shea butter mix, it didn't smell bad, but you could tell it was more natural as opposed to store-bought moisturizers. They have this really fruity, nice smell. I would use this just to mask it a little bit, and then this smells really good. So this is a styling gel. So if I want the ends of my hair to be more coily, curly when I'm doing high puffs, I put that in, then just to slick my edges down. So I did all those. So I bought those just for that purpose, just for the scent, right? And you know, hopefully as I can continue to, you know, double dabble and mix my own things that I'll find the perfect scent for me that I'll really like. So that's what I've been doing. So for the shampoo, this really cleanses my scalp, and then I could do another video where I talk about my trials and errors with creating products or DIY products and what I didn't like, what I did like, because honestly I didn't think about using African black soap till maybe the 6-month mark or maybe the 5-month mark. It took a long time. I was trying other things and it was really hard to cleanse my scalp. So this I really love, and it really does the job. This I've been sometimes, because my hair was really short, I realized that I didn't really need a conditioner, if that makes any sense, because this is so, excuse me, dense, as my aunt would say, because she does try this and she likes it. It really allowed my hair to feel as though it was conditioned. So even though it didn't have the white consistency, because that's mostly the color of some store-bought conditioners, the way it would look and feel, it was as if my hair was conditioning, even though it was just solely oil. So whether you call it a hot oil treatment or a herbal conditioner, it really allowed my hair to be moisturized. So when I washed out my hair, it felt as though I conditioned it. So I've been using that because I tried to do some DIY conditioners. I tried oatmeal conditioner. I really did it. I mean, I liked it, but I just, something about that was just too much for me to do, so I wasn't too crazy about that. What else did I try? I don't know if I tried mayonnaise. I feel like I did, but I can't remember. You know, I just tried a whole bunch of stuff and nothing in terms of making it easier or just the way it felt on my hair compared to the herbal conditioner. But I'm still trying to figure out how to do a conditioner so I could just use that maybe as like a hot oil treatment, or if I just feel like oiling my hair, whatever, or maybe I can incorporate both, we'll see. But for right now, I've just been mostly using that. And also, as I think about it now, if it's not broken, don't fix it. So maybe that is my, so to speak, conditioner, but I think I would have to get a bigger bottle just to make sure that when I'm running it in, because depending on the bottle, like I would want to, we're so used to scooping up conditioners like this, you just kind of use your fingers and apply it in. Anyway, I'm rambling, but that's just, I could make another video about that. And then this I've been using as just a moisturizer, and I really love this. It really moisturizes my strands, and then I don't have to, like, I can't remember, this is probably like 2 days ago, I used shea butter to moisturize my hair, put braids in it, and I don't know if you can see, but I still have slip and moisture in my hair, and I haven't moisturized my hair since, but I'm going to today because I want to re-braid my hair. And of course, water to, you know, re-moisturize and just make sure your strands are getting that extra TLC. So next is low manipulation, right? Also going back to store-bought brands, it's not that my hair wasn't going to grow with store-bought brands or it wasn't going to grow faster. I just personally feel as though that our ancestors or whoever, they didn't have access to products that were, in my opinion, easier to do our hair. So all these store products, to me, it just makes it easier to do our hair because, you know, we don't have to sit there mixing it ourselves. It's just easily accessible. But sometimes just because something's easier doesn't mean it's better. So by making your own ingredients, you really get to see, okay, you know what, my hair likes this. Like, for example, my hair loves carrot oil, right? But it may not like all the other ingredients in a store-bought product. So by doing your own products, you're really able to just give your hair the full love that it deserves, because you're taking the time to know, okay, my hair loves this, it loves this, so why not just put only those two together instead of adding a whole bunch of other stuff? Because then we may be thinking, oh, it's the store-bought product that's growing our hair, but is it really? What if it was just that one ingredient, and, you know, you could be promoting even more growth if you just mix it with other stuff that you really like. But I could do a whole other video about that. So another thing is a low manipulation style. So during that time, from the beginning, you know, it was shaved, there wasn't much manipulation I could do. As it started to grow, I would do finger coils, which to me was still pretty much low manipulation because I wouldn't always retwist it. Maybe one or two sections that, you know, started to unravel, or, you know, the the texture, I guess, didn't look the same, so I would decide to retwist 1 or 2 parts. But if you covered your hair at night, it was less manipulation you'd have to do the next day. So for me, I would still consider that low manipulation if you styled it right, so you didn't have to keep retwisting it and you wrapped it at night. Next, it would be cornrows if I would wear a wig. That's, to me, that's a protective style, but it was still low manipulation because I didn't have to do my hair. And then even high puffs, I would still consider low manipulation because all you're doing is putting your hair up. And granted, if the style isn't tight enough, it won't even be considered high tension. So it's just a matter of figuring out what's low manipulation for you and what will allow you to not touch your hair as much. But sometimes I think high puffs can get a little bit tricky because if you wear it too frequently, or depending on how your strands are, so that's why I try to stretch my hair before putting my hair in high puffs. If it was like finger coiled and I unraveled it, or I mini twisted and then I unraveled it, it tends to lock up with other hair strands. So you want to be mindful sometimes of high puffs. Next is protective style. So I just start protective style in my hair probably to like the 7th month mark. That's when I was really able to start braiding my hair, mini twisting it, because even though someone at 6 months may be unable to get a better grip of my hair, because I'm not the best, I mean, I could braid and cornrow my hair, but just in terms of like the grip, I have really soft hands in my opinion, so it would have been really hard for me to braid my hair and do all those other things. So it was until the 7th month mark that I was really able to protective style my hair, so that allowed me to wear wigs. I was finally able to put in butterfly locks, which I loved, and that's when I really think I experienced the best growth. So for me, the best type of protective styles are mini twist. Wigs are good too if your hair is mini twisted underneath, and like I said, I could go more in depth about that in another video, but long story short, mini twist, you really allow your hair to just mingle with the strands are the same length, which in my opinion reduces the amount of tangles and breakage in your hair because you're not forcing your hair to go to other sections. And I really love crocheted styles because if your hair is crocheted as opposed to box braids, I think you could box braid crochet or make turn box braids into crochet, or crochet box braids, I don't know. But when you're crocheting your hair, let's say if it's mini twisted underneath, right, and you want to take the needle and pull it through your hair with the hair you want to put in with it, your hair is being covered, so it's not being exposed to sunlight as much, it's not being exposed to harmful products or chemicals in the air, like pollution, all those things. So your hair is really being covered. Like, for example, let's say my hair is mini twisted now, and if I were to pull a needle through it and I'm wrapping around the butterfly lock or the Marley twist, my hair is not outside at all. It's literally being tucked away like a wig, so to speak. So that's why I really like protective styles, and I think it's really great for you to experience growth. So like I said, I would even argue that the butterfly locks even allowed my hair to grow even more as opposed to the wig. And I think it's because, and this is why I personally don't like gluing down wigs. I want to buy another wig, but that's another story. So with the butterfly locks, I could still have access to the oils in my hair. Some people, when they wear wigs, you know, they keep it glued in and they don't take it out until whenever, right? For me, when I come home at night, depending how lazy I am, if I take off the wig, I could still oil my scalp. I still have access to my scalp. Butterfly locks, Marley twists, those type of protective styles, even mini twists alone with nothing being covered, you still have access to your hair and your scalp. And protective styles shouldn't just be used for, I mean, you can if you want to, but for me, a protective style versus just a hairstyle is a hairstyle, you know, you're just trying to be cute, which is nothing wrong with that, or you just want to have the look. Whereas a protective style, you know, it's, yes, your hair is being protected, but you're also taking the extra steps to make sure that it's being protected by oiling your hair, moisturizing it, and all those great things. 4 is wash day. So my wash day routines are very minimum. I don't use combs. I rather finger detangle. I would honestly wash my hair once every 2 weeks. So some people wash their hair once a week, depending on your texture, maybe 4 days the most with curly coily hair. But for me, I really think I could stretch my hair out to 2 weeks, because my scalp, and especially if I'm just using only natural ingredients on my hair, I don't accumulate as much buildup as any other people, or sorry, other people. It's just mostly the oils on my scalp, and I personally don't think I'm having that much buildup. And like I said before, I've been doing this from experimenting with this from July of last year, so I know how my hair works, if that makes any sense. So in the beginning, when I first shaved my hair the wash day, it would just mostly be me just, you know, moisturizing my scalp. I didn't put any natural ingredients on my hair yet, or I wasn't really shampooing my hair, only because I did not want my hair to or my scalp, because at that point I was just dealing with my scalp, since I just literally shaved my head down. Alright, I'm hitting like 24 minutes right now. I'm gonna try and like wrap this up. So because I was mostly just dealing with my scalp, I didn't really have time. I didn't want my hair to be irritated as much, so I told myself, you know what, I'd rather just wait maybe until like 3 weeks, or even when I started to see like fuzz on my scalp, so that way I know, okay, my hair won't be, or my scalp won't be irritated as much. And I could talk about the DIY products I used in a different video, so this is not too long, but that's what I started to do. And I realized that, okay, my hair doesn't feel oily yet, my hair doesn't feel dry, or doesn't feel like there's buildup, all that stuff. So just listening to my hair, which is another tip I could talk about, and that's actually the last tip. But anyway, so I really just decided to see, okay, how my hair wants to be washed. And during that time, from it being cleanly shaved to when I have actual hair in my head. So I realized when my hair is short, it could thrive longer on, you know, or thrive more washing it more frequently, because, you know, I didn't have to worry about tangles. And I think that's to optimize the growth as quickly in the beginning, because your hair's shorter. You know, you could just douse your head under the water, you could just put as much shampoo on it. Not to say you can't do that with your hair longer, but it just makes it easier, in my opinion, when your hair is shorter, because you do not have to worry about tangles and parting in your hair. So if you want to experience the most growth, shampoo your hair as much as you want in the beginning of your journey. Now, of course, some people may say, you know, but I like wash day with my hair and it's longer. Well, that just goes to show that, you know, everyone's hair is different. But for me personally, the longer my hair gets, the less frequently I want to wash my hair. So before, I think I used to even do my hair maybe once every 3 days, especially since when I shaved my hair was in the summertime, right? So that's another thing, I guess, too. If, depending on when you cut your hair, the weather, you know, I did during the warmer time, the warmer weather, I was able to, you know, be able to moisturize my hair more. My scalp wasn't as dry, so my hair really did grow a lot. And maybe I'll insert some pictures in the video too, so you guys can see the different time periods of my hair, but I'll do the time lapse more so at the end. So all those things, right? And then as it got longer, I decided, okay, you know what, let me take it from every 3 days now to 1 week. So that's when my hair had like the coils started coming up. And then when I started to maybe hit like my hair hitting my eyebrows, or like when I really was able to get a good grip and start twisting my hair, I told myself, okay, maybe I could stretch it to once every 2 weeks, and then eventually maybe once every 3 weeks. To be honest, I kind of want to get to the point where it's once a month, as gross as that may sound, but I really do believe my hair can handle it, and my scalp as well. That could be a different story. So it's just understanding how wash day works for you. And also, before I even shaved my head, I used to only section my hair in 4 sections on wash day. The middle of my hair is the tightest, and also because it has the coils are much tighter than everywhere else, and it is the shortest part of my hair, I really want to make sure that each section is getting the necessary attention that I want it to. And on top of that, going back to the different lengths, if I'm pulling the middle of my hair to meet the back of my hair, or even probably the front of my hair, I'm really forcing it to go into different parts. And, you know, while I'm trying to be more gentle with this part of my hair, I may be more rough with the middle of my hair. So you really want to give those certain sections of your hair that may be experiencing, you know, more breakage or whatever it may be experiencing, how you know your hair is, you want to give those parts more attention, or the attention it deserves, as opposed to treating everything equally on your hair, because, you know, you do not have the same curl pattern everywhere in your hair. At least not everyone does. So you really have to take the time to know about the different parts of your hair. Alright, just rambled. So the last part before I go into the bonus is listen to your hair. So for example, if my hair was dry, I would moisturize it, you know, as opposed to listening to people who say you have to moisturize your hair every day. The shea butter is such a thick moisturizer that I do not need to moisturize my hair every single day. If my scalp looked clean and it wasn't itching me, maybe I don't need to wash my hair, because some people say you should wash your hair once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks, you know. If my hair felt a certain way, I just needed to listen to it and not follow these trends. If my hair strands looked, you know, pretty good, the ends of my hair, and I'm at a certain month where allegedly or supposedly you should trim your hair, if my hair feels good, I shouldn't have to do it. So just literally listening to your hair as opposed to listening to trends. And the last part is, so I don't know if, I see some people ask other people this in different videos, is what's your diet like? So not saying this is what contributed to my hair growth, but since I shaved my hair, I think only 1 month I did have some chicken, maybe it was like the month after, but from basically I want to say October to now, I've been full-blown pescatarian. So I haven't been eating like red meat or chicken. So not to say that's why my hair has grown quickly, or you know, what contributed breakage. I don't know the science behind that, but just in case someone might ask what my diet was like, I've been a pescatarian for that amount of time. And you know, they say omega-3 is good for hair growth, eating fish. So I don't know, who knows, but I also don't eat fish as frequently, so I really don't know the science behind that. If I do go more into research about that, I'll let you all know. And then the last part, what I plan to do moving forward. So I do think exercising is great for you to, you know, be healthy and just worry about your physical health, but everything is connected. So maybe if I exercise more, maybe I'll get a little bit more centimeters in there, drink more water, I really slack with water. I think I want to trim my hair every 9 months, at the 9-month mark, only because that's what I started off with. But of course, you know, looking at your hair, if I did like high tension styles, or if I wasn't really taking care of my hair and if it looked damaged, then I should trim and I shouldn't just pay attention to the 9-month mark. But I think that's going to be like my mark, since that's what I did the first time. I want a new wig just to experiment a little more, to, you know, see how I can improve my wig game. Like I said, I also want to work on a conditioner, just so I don't always have to rely on the oil, but I like it, so we'll see. And long story short, basically everything I did to grow my hair out during this 1-year journey, minus the high tension hairstyles because that was a hot mess, I'm going to just keep doing the same thing, and hopefully my hair will continue to grow. And my goal for next year, next July 22nd, is that my hair is the same length that it was at when I shaved it last year, so which was about shoulder length. And I think where I used to have bangs, it was either on my chin or passing my chin. And also going back to natural ingredients, so some people may say, oh, but what if you use store-bought products to grow your hair? For me personally, I noticed, what I made sure to do was, before I even shaved my hair, was I wanted to experiment with natural ingredients on my hair just to see how my hair began to like it, or even with mini twists. And I did all this before even shaving my hair. So once I knew my hair was thriving in that aspect, I knew that when I would shave it, it would be a little bit easier. So I just plan to basically do the same things again. And if you have any other tips too, let me know. And it's just supposed to be a growing page for everyone to learn and just share knowledge with each other. And lastly, this is not to say that this is facts and like, oh, you have to do this, your hair will grow. You know, whatever works for you is going to continue to work for you. But let's say you thought, maybe that does make a little bit of sense. This is just, you know, trial and error, and hopefully maybe it does work for you. And if it doesn't, then keep looking for things that will work for you. So now I could just go into a length check. So I don't have a tape measure, at least I don't know where it is. I don't feel like looking for it, I'm too lazy. But so this is the back of my hair. I could show you all the different sides. I guess it would have been more convenient if I would have used a measurement tape, but I'm gonna show you guys this side too, because I think I said like in another video, I don't have the same length all throughout. It's the middle of my hair. And I love taking measurements of the front of my hair just to see how long. So maybe I could do a before after from another picture when I first started. So I love pulling this down to see the length it's at. And then I can show you all the back of it. So yeah, so right now I'll just insert pictures and I'll do a time lapse for you at the end so you can really see my growth from last July to now. And yeah, thank you so much everyone for following this journey of me shaving my natural hair off, and I hope you continue on to see how my hair grows for the next year. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you on the next video. Bye.